Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, and it's time for some more coloring adventures. Today I'm going to talk about books, and in this case I'm going to talk about books that I have in my collection that I either have not touched at all or I haven't touched in a very long time. And I got this pile of books together because I'd like to work in them a little bit, even if I just do one page. I'd like to work in them, so I would like to get some more pages done. Work in the direction of finishing them, but we'll get to that. And so the first book is actually a book I talked about on my other video. This is a book that I'm actually have a finished project for that I'd like to finish by my birthday next year, and this is Natural Patterns by Janelle Demet. This was a gift that someone had given me. And I've done quite a few pages in this book, but there are quite a few pages left to do. Let's see if I can flip to my favorite page that I've done in this book. And there's some here that I kind of experimented with. This is my favorite page that I colored in this book. I did a page in this book yesterday, so I'm on my way to doing it. The next book is another gift that I got from my in-laws, I believe for Christmas one year, and this is the Charlie Harper coloring book, and this is an artist, and it's basically his paintings made into coloring pages. And here's what his art looks like. His art is gorgeous, absolutely beautiful art. I have done very few pages in this book, because to be honest, his art is very complicated. It's very detailed. The line art is thin and thick and varied. So I've played around with some pages. I do not believe I have finished a page yet in this book. So my goal is to at least maybe finish this page or finish a page. The next book is Crayola Art with Edge. This is the Batman book. And these pages are just different Batman pictures. I did do the Joker in this the other day as my start to getting through this book. Another one that I have colored at least one page in is the Disney Villains Advanced Coloring. I got this at a drugstore, I think, at some point, and it's got all kinds of fun villain pictures, and I did do one. Let me find them. Oh, no, sorry, I did two. I did that one. And I thought I did the guy from Princess and the Frog. I could have sworn I did. Pardon me a second while I flip through this book. This is a really fun book. It was one of those ones where we were at the drugstore, and I was like, oh, this is a cool book. And I like Bendon books because they have a good pick quality in some of them. So I guess I had just did her. I thought I did more. So, gotta get some more pictures done in this one. I love this picture. A lot of it's got a lot of black space, which sometimes to me can be a little bit intimidating to work with. So, now the next book I have not done one picture in, and I kind of didn't want to do anything in this book because it's sort of a collector-y item type of thing. If you are been around the internet for a while, you may or may not know what Vine is, but I'm sure you've seen Vine compilations on YouTube. And so this is a picture of, or a book, I should say, of different vines. So, there's Drew and a couple other ones in here. So, I would like to do one. I wasn't going to, and I was like, yeah, I think I will. I'm going to start doing some in this. So this is just a weird book. I found it at a thrift store. I think I paid like $2 for it. Now this one I got this year. I made a rather large purchase from Dover. They offered me a coupon. I couldn't resist, right? So I'm a big Shakespeare fan, and I've actually never had a Shakespeare coloring book before. So this is one that I picked up from on my Dover. I have not done a picture in this one yet. So this is just scenes from Shakespeare plays. And what I love is that they have the scene and then they have the actual words, the actual script, I guess you could say, the text from the scenes. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to do first. probably from one of my favorite plays. We'll see. I haven't decided yet, but I have to go through and pick out a page to do in there. Another Dover purchase is Year in Flowers. I did actually finally finish a picture last night. I started this one. I hadn't finished it yet. I love Creative Haven books because they're perforated and I could pull them out if I want to, but I did this one yesterday because we're in September. And I'm going to try to go through and do, from now forward, do each of the months. I think each one has 2 pages, so it'll have this page, and then it'll have one more page for the October. And then it'll go to November. So I'm going to go through and start it, starting with September. I'll do this one next, which should be easy because these are Morning Glories and they're usually white. So, but each month has 2 pages. This is a really pretty book. The next one in my book is one I haven't touched in a while. I have done pages in this book. I just haven't colored in it since I think 2020. So, that's one of those situations where, I haven't touched it in a while, and I, brought it with me on the move and didn't donate this one. So I have done a couple. I really like this book. I like the different versions you get of the cards and the different artwork in here. So I got that one. This is another one that I haven't done in a while. And that's one of the Coloring Heaven. I don't have too many Coloring Heaven books. I think I have 2. I have this one, and I believe I have one, and I may have donated it. I used to have one that had Fabiana Atanasiou's artwork in it. I may still have that one in my pile. This one is one I haven't touched in a long time. I have done some pages in this book. I really like this book. I like the artwork in it. I'll probably do this one in October for Halloween because it's really cute. But I have done some of the grayscale ones. I love grayscale coloring. But I've only done a few. I have not done very many pictures in this book. So it is time to bust this out. I'll probably do this one too for Halloween. And I love this one. So I'll go through. I did do these 2. I did this one and I did that one. So this will be another one that I need to get through. Another Dover purchase, as part of the one purchase I made, was this Creative Haven Art Nouveau Designs. I've not done any picture of this one. This one is completely untouched. So, and it's new, I'm a big fan of Mucha's artwork, and this is very Mucha-esque. Obviously, there's actually Mucha pictures in here. So, to pick one out to do, these are very detailed, some of them, very complex. Can seem a little intimidating, but once you get started on a picture that seems intimidating, and you get going on it, and if you've been coloring for a while, you're just like, oh yeah, no, this is nothing, I got this. So, I am very excited to start one of these. And this is something I'd like to do in the next couple of weeks, couple of months. I have my finished project books that I need to work on, but I'd also like to break in with those and do some of these. This next book is kind of weird. I found it obviously at a thrift store for $1. It's a coloring book, a medical journal coloring book. It's only got maybe 10 or so pages in it. It's a very strange book. And I have yet to color anything in it. So I'm going to color a page out of this book. And then the next one is a book that I have not done any pages in. I've started a page in this. I have not done a single page in The Beauty of Horror. And this one is The Haunt of Fame, which has a lot of movies, music. There's Biggie. I like this. This is my favorite, one of my favorite Twilight Zone episodes. Eye of the Beholder. There's all kinds of stuff in here. I started one, and I'll probably finish it as the finished one. I started the Heebie-Jeebie. This is so cute. I love these books. I have 2 of them. I have this one, and I have a movie one that I've only done a couple pages in too. So, and then the last one in my collection of books I would like to do some more in is the Junji Ito collection. I am a huge Junji Ito fan. I'm a huge horror fan, but I love Junji Ito's artwork and stories, and it's so funny because there's some there's going to be some body horror that you're going to see as I show you the pictures that I've colored, because, you know, body horror. I will probably put a little disclaimer in this description of this, that's what's going to happen in this video. But his artwork is incredible, and his stories are strange and haunting and absolutely disturbing, and I love it. And it's so funny because this man is an absolute ray of sunshine. If you ever see videos of him, there's a video of him on YouTube about like him rating your cats or something. He watches cat videos, and he just seems like such a happy, jolly person. And then he does this. This is what's in his brain, and I absolutely love it. I actually have another one of his, another book based on one of his stories, Uzumaki, and I may have to pull that one out too in coloring, but I have not done anything in this book for years. I don't remember when I usually date my pages. I don't know if you guys do that, but I work to try to really date my pages. And I have not dated these pages. Wow, that sucks. Because I couldn't tell you than the last time I colored in this book. But it's been a while. I really love this page. I love this page a lot. There's a lot of pages in here I'm looking forward to doing. So, not a date, not one date, not even a date when I bought the book. Isn't that? I'm slipping a little bit. So, yep. So this one is another one. So these are all of the books that I have neglected. These are my neglected babies. There are more that I haven't really touched in a long time, but I just chose these out of the pile, and I figure once I get through and do 1 or 2 pages in all of these, I'll go back through my collection of books and I'll make another one. If you want like a quick little look at, sort of glance at my books, if you look in my shorts section of my channel, there is a short of my book collection in the bookshelves when we first moved. So you can see how I have it all set up. So, you know, you can see all the books I have to go through and understand why I'm trying to do this, because I'd really like to make sure that, you know, these books don't sit neglected on the shelf. Because I kept quite a few of the books in my collection before we moved, but I also donated quite a few of the books in my collection before we moved. So I want to make sure these guys get love. And that's about it for this video. I'm kind of glad you guys came and hung out with me for a little while. If you liked the video, of course, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here and haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and hit subscribe. I'm trying to get to that shiny number 50 so I can start doing lives, because I really like doing lives. I may start doing lives on Twitch, live colorings where I just color a page and chat. If I do, I'll put my Twitch information in my profile for my YouTube. I'll probably like drop a short and say, hey, I'm on Twitch, come see me on Twitch. But I'd like to kind of stick to one platform. It's a little bit easier for me than jumping around. So I'd like to start doing lives on YouTube. But, you know, I've got to get to a certain point to get there. And I'm a little new. I will, you know, probably do some other fun videos. I've got some ideas of things I'd like to do. And if you see in my pile of all of these books, if you happen to have one of these books and you'd like to do a buddy color with me, drop me a comment. Let me know, hey, I have Year in Flowers, or I have the Shakespeare book, or the Art Nouveau book, and let's color a page together. Definitely let me know. I love doing buddy colors. I haven't done some in a while, and it would be fun to do some buddy colors again. With that being said, thank you all for coming along with me, and I'll see you in the next video.